Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whoever's listening, welcome back to the No Contest Wrestling Podcast. I know what you're thinking. It's Monday. You're not supposed to see us,
right?
But this is going to be our new day of meetings for a few months, right? For a few months.
I mean, for the foreseeable future.
Foreseeable future, as they say in wrestling.
We'll kick the week off, right?
Yeah, so I am the Hugh that you love to hate, a.k.a. Petty Guerrero, O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Hey, yo, it's me. It's the TWO, J-I-double-G, TJ Jefferson.
You have never messed that up.
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying it for years, so.
It's a beautiful thing. We got a great episode today,
yeah,
man.
We do.
For the first time ever, we got two guests on the No Contest Wrestling Podcast.
Yeah, man.
We are going to be having just one of the best breakout stars from NXT. Miss Jada Parker will be joining the No Contest Wrestling Podcast. And also, me being an actor, I love actors.
Yeah, man.
Actually, I take that back. I like a few actors, but I really like this one. We have Emily Bett Rickards from the hit movie Queen of the Ring. I'm telling you guys, I know we keep hitting you over the head with it. We really like the movie, and we suggest it for everyone. We're going to be talking to Emily later today. We have the director, might as well have the star.
Right.
We're going to get her rundown on what it was like to play Mildred Burke. So you're getting all facets. And also, we kind of watched Raw.
Kind of.
A little bit.
Because Raw is overseas, so it came on at noon. So, as we were preparing for the episode, getting ready, we were watching John Cena, and John Cena said a few things.
Now,
I'm sure you guys at home, you've already watched it or you're going to watch it, but I just want to touch on some stuff real quick. As John Cena was battling that crowd, he was yelling, "I'm not a heel, I'm a human being." That was something that he was trying to say to incite the crowd, O'Shea. And then he gets, he hit him with, "I won a lot and you hated it," because my man did win.
I hated that.
And you did hate it.
I hated that.
But then you have the crowd chanting, "Shut the bleep up at John Cena."
At Jonathan Cena.
Like, I can't believe that we lived to get to the point. I can't believe I'm old enough, right, that I have gotten to a point in life where I hear kids arguing over whether Michael Jeffrey Jordan was the greatest of all time.
Kobe.
I can't believe that we're sitting here and we've made it to the age where the crowd is chanting STFU at John Cena. Who would have thought that?
And all of this, TJ, before we got Grand Theft Auto 6.
All of it. and then he called the crowd SOBs. He's cursing at them. He go, and that was the thing. Everyone's like, "What's John Cena going to look like? What's he going to change?"
Yeah.
He told them, quote, "You don't get a new look.
Yeah.
You dress like me. I don't dress like you idiots.
Yeah.
No new theme. You don't get to hear him bless the mic."
No.
So no,
that's my voice, and your time is up, and my time is now. It's always, what do we get? What do we get?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then he hit him with "I don't need you anymore. I don't care about you, and you don't matter. And you don't matter." I mean,
that's crazy.
Raw dog John Cena.
Yeah, John Cena. He also dissed the invisible joke. Apparently, he's hated it forever. He doesn't think it's funny. That was probably the most heartbreaking thing ever. For a lot of we talked about this last week. For a lot of kids, this is a moment where wrestling broke their heart.
Oh, there's a whole generation of children that, I'd say 15 years from now, I don't know if it's going to be us,
right?
But someone's going to ask a wrestler that question, when the wrestling break your heart. And they're going to say, when John Cena kicked Cody Rhodes in the ding ding.
Bro. In the ding ding.
Right.
John Cena, a.k.a. the Break-A-Wish kid.
Break-A-Wish. Man. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see where this is going. Unfortunately, we couldn't really see the whole.
Yeah.
So, but we did catch without the volume up. Rhea inserted herself into Bianca and Iyo's situation, which we knew was going to happen.
Yeah.
She snatched the contract, it appears, and then she put her name on that.
Yeah.
That's a legally binding contract now at this point, right?
That's true. Also, I didn't know you could do that. She just did it.
She did it.
And I'm sure the Liv Morgan fans all over the internet love that for Rhea Ripley. I can't wait to get on Twitter.
Amazing.
But we got a jam-packed episode. We got to get to it. Like we said, Mondays are going to be our new thing for a little bit. luckily, with Raw overseas, it's going to be some crazy startup time, so you might still be able to get a review the same way that you were able to get for this episode. But for now, we got some guests to get to, man. Our next guest is a part of one of the most star-studded NXT rosters I've seen in quite some time. We always hear the phrase "heart of a lion," but don't say that to this LSU Tiger, because like Joel Embiid, TJ, she don't play.
Yo.
Wait, let me finish. A former D1 soccer star who changed her definition of going for gold. If you want some liquid courage, she'll give you a shot of Hipnotic that'll knock you right out. And they call it a truth because the hip don't lie, TJ.
Shakira.
And when she's out of the ring, she likes to cozy up with a good book. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Jada Parker to the pod.
No, thank you.
By the way, you don't know that cozy line is a bar. That's her dog.
Oh, see.
I'm nice, boy.
So I guess we got to do that thing real quick that we have to do.
What?
You know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Parker. Now, we know you've heard that joke 1,000 times,
But not from us.
yeah, exactly.
You know?
And my dad wrote Friday, so take that.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
But-
it kind of means more coming from here,
A little
Jada,
bit, a little
you
bit.
know?
But I gotta ask, a Floridian going to LSU? What was that?
Ooh.
What? That's crazy.
Are you asking or are you judging? 'Cause
No, I just like,
Yeah,
what was that like? Like the decision of going to LSU? I mean, I know SEC battles. So, you know, what was it like when you made the decision going to LSU? What was life like as a Tiger?
Oh, it was amazing. I learned so many life lessons, but I also learned like who Tiana is at the end of the day. But a Floridian being in Louisiana, it was kind of different. And my family did not like it because they're, Alabama fans. So me being the only person that I know.
Whoa! Yo, this is crazy.
I know. So I was like, let's do it. Like, let me go to LSU and let me make my mark because my dad was from Alabama. Like, everybody wanted to go to Alabama, this, that, and the third. So I was like, nah, I'm going to just make my own path going to LSU, whether you like it or not. And I look good in purple and gold, so I
Hey,
like it too.
I'm a Laker fan, man. Purple and gold look good on everybody.
Here's
TJ.
this guy.
Yeah.
Here's this guy.
All right. I mean, just real quick, because it is, March Madness. I know over at NXT, we got a lot of former athletes. Is there any college rivalry bickering backstage over there?
Not that I know of.
Man,
no one has
I would be
anything to me.
I would be on it tough.
Not that I know of. I mean, if it comes around, it comes around, but I'm the last person they want to like come at with that.
I think that's the end of the sentence, though. Period.
Yeah,
right there.
exactly.
Yada. I mean. Well, Jada, you were big into soccer. That seemed to be like your passion. What was it about soccer that drew you in as a little girl and made you such a fan of the sport?
If I could be honest with you,
I don't want you to lie to me.
listen, it was the physicality, to be honest with you. Because my dad, like, I grew up with boys. So my dad never let me get into like football because that's all we used to play. So the closest thing I could get to it was soccer, without getting in trouble, you know what I'm saying? But I also love soccer because of the team aspect. I didn't have to be the captain of any team. I just led by example, but they would always like follow my lead, if that makes sense. Like, I don't have to talk a lot. You just follow my actions and see what I do. And that's what I loved about it. I love the team aspect. I love being able to pick people up when they're down. I love that hype. I love the conditioning test. I love all of it because it brings out the dog in you, actually. So it either makes you or breaks you, and it made me.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. Now, you talked about loving the physicality, and you obviously made the move over to professional wrestling. I need to know, what was your first welcome to wrestling moment? Now, we've asked people this a bunch of times where, they either took a bump or, a spill or, anything that lets you know this is what my life is about to be like.
It was my very first bump in like one of my first matches, and it took the wind out of me. And I was like, I really signed up for this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I became so used to it. Now it's just get up and go, get up and go. And I've just put that in my lifestyle now. Like I work. Our motto is like, you get knocked down, you back up. You know what I'm saying? We just said that today. And it's like, it's helped me not only in ring, but in life as well.
No, I know I've seen a few interviews with you, and you sound a little bit like my little sisters when they say that they would tell you that their older brother would, you know, put wrestling holds and moves on them when we were growing up. Now, I've read and heard you say that your brother was someone who, you know, really kind of did the same thing to you growing up. So what part did your brother play? Because you mentioned the physicality. You've said before that your brother kind of, you know, didn't treat you like a little sister, so to speak, right?
Right. My brother still plays like a huge part of this because every time I go home, like, you know, we gotta see who's tougher. You feel me? Even though he's taller, like you're not gonna move me like that no more. Like I'm grown now. But
how much old? Two things: your brother's name and how much older is he than you?
My brother's name is Timmy. His real name's Tim, but we just call him Timmy. And he is 4.5 years older than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was it like with you two?
Oh, you seen Tom and Jerry?
Yeah.
It's like that, but imagine like Tom and Jerry mixed with the Boondocks. You feel me?
Okay.
Man, that's a wild show.
I know. So hey, you'll see it. But my brother, he's the reason why I'm built the way I am, that I have the mentality that I do, because he did not care of how small I was. He didn't care how old I was. It's like when you playing with the boys, you either put up or shut up. And I had to put up, you know what I'm saying? But my brother made me more confident in myself, because I feel like if I can hang with y'all, I can hang with anybody. So to this day, I owe my brother that, most definitely.
So were you like the little sister he had to drag to the park with him everywhere he went?
Listen, everywhere. Oh, yeah. We was on bike rides. Like we lived maybe like 20-30 minutes away from the soccer fields on the bike. So we would bike there, go over these big ass bridges, excuse my language, and then do the training there and then go all the way back. So at the age of like 8 or 9, I was dead, but I was in the best shape of my life because of him. So
and here's just a little fan theory that I heard about Tom and Jerry since you brought it up. I read something recently that someone said Tom and Jerry were actually best friends.
Oh, they in on it.
Yeah, and so Tom would always chase Jerry to try to keep him from getting killed by whoever owned Tom.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I was like, I never thought of it like that.
Bro, look at the hole in the wall Jerry made. Mouse don't make a hole. That's a door. True. That look nice, bro. He lit her.
That's true. Is you is or is you ain't my baby.
Yeah. Oh, banger.
Right.
Now, we obviously noticed the GTA font. You know, I've seen it. Yes, I've seen you mention gaming before. You still gaming? What games do you like? What are some of your favorites? This is my territory right here.
No, it's okay. It's okay. My favorite, I love GTA. Me and my brother used to play all of them, no matter what it was. Brought it to college, everything. At the time, I loved FIFA.
Of course.
My favorite right now is Call of Duty Zombies. Anything with zombies, I'm going to be playing it until like level 40. That's when it get hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But right now it's zombies. If you put a computer in front of me, give me my headphones and my system, I'm good. With my little dog, we cool.
All right. I gotta go. Now I'm not trying to mess up no sponsor or nothing, but PlayStation or Xbox, what you doing?
You just said you're not trying to mess up.
Listen. All right. If it's a triangle, square, circle, X situation, I'm all good. Now,
I'm gonna play it. You know.
Now, GTA 6 is going to be in Florida. I know you got to be pumped for that.
Oh, I'm so excited. I was tagged in like a lot of stuff, and I'm so excited. They try to make Jada Parker like a little character in GTA, and you know, hopefully one day, I don't know, cough, but you feel me? Hopefully. I'm excited for it though, because I want to see how they make Florida look in the gaming system. Yeah, because coming from LA, the way that they did LA was pretty spot on. It was pretty good. So I know that with GTA 6, they gotta top it
They got to top that and Red Dead, so I know that GTA 6 is about to be crazy. But on top of the video game,
GTA 6 ever coming out?
It's coming out, bro. Can you not be so negative?
I'm just saying, man. You see all the Twitter things like this happen. We got Cena Hill turn before GTA 6 came out, stuff like that. I don't think it's ever coming out.
Bro, come on, man. You got to think positive at no contest, dude.
That's true.
Now, I also saw that you mentioned anime. Now, TJ, if you mention video games and anime, it's like speaking Spanish to somebody who fluently speaks Spanish. They're going to try to school you. So I need to know, what animes do you pick up on? I know you use it a lot to watch, the adaptation for you in wrestling. So is there any anime that you really like or that you suggest people to watch?
I suggest always from like day one, Naruto. That put me on. It took me so long to finish. It took me so long to finish because I watched it like twice. Don't judge me.
No, you good.
You feel me?
You're speaking his language right now.
Bro, I got a Kakashi Sensei chain on right now.
See, that's crazy because it's on my laptop. Yes.
Come on now.
Come on.
I got a picture of me on my laptop. So. Nobody else would do it, so I put myself on there. Come on.
Picture of you.
And then the one I just got put on it recently, Demon Slayer. That one was really solid. Right now, I'm just like with those two. I'm looking at different ones right now. But those are my two main ones that I.
There's really a game called Demon Slayer?
No, that's an anime, bro. It's real dope too.
See, that's why we work well. I'm a little older than him, and he keeps me up to date on this stuff.
Got you, my boy.
You know what I mean? Because my video game is like Super Tecmo Bowl and Madden from back in the day. You just want to be
Bo Jackson.
That's right.
But
come on.
Before I let him get into it, I suggest Attack on Titan, but you got to take your time with that one because it get crazy.
Okay.
TJ, your turn.
So let's talk about, we spoke about your wrestling journey. Let's get into it a little deeper. Like, what made you, after the soccer career was over, what made you make that transition and go WWE? That's what I want to do.
I mean, the answer I always have to that is like, why not? I also feel like I had my season with soccer. Like, I've been playing it since I was 3. You know what I'm saying? And soccer got me to where I am now. It got me in the best shape of my life. It got me to open up. Like, I'm a whole different person because of soccer. But at the same time, I'm not going to force something that isn't meant for me anymore. And that's perfectly fine, especially after the draft. It broke me as a person, but it built me as a woman, if that makes sense. Because like, I talk to God every day, and I was like, if this is for me, it's for me. But if we're going to do this and start from scratch, we're going to do it. And then by his grace, the WWE came around, and it is everything that I wanted to do in soccer that I just couldn't do because I was put into a box. And with the WWE, like, I ain't got no damn box at all. Jada Parker ain't got no box. She don't even have a damn ceiling. So I love it. And it allows me to be creative. It allows me to have the biggest imagination ever. I get to be a kid again, and that's all that I was looking for.
Now, you get to do the things that you want to do in the WWE. You're a fan of physicality. One of a pretty physical match you had with Michin was your street fight. Now, there's a moment that I want to talk to you about where you're in the corner and she put the trash can on you. Can you talk about the type of stress it's got to be just sitting there waiting to get hit?
About that PTSD. So what was worse? So we gonna rewind it. So before I sat down, she put the trash can on me and she hit it. Yeah. Now in the little trash can, my ears were like ringing. So I knew where I was. I just didn't know where she was. So I was like, let me just sit down. I'm going to just sit down because I feel a corner. I'm going to just sit down. And when I'm telling you, I was just counting to myself until I saw like her little shadow of her footsteps coming. That's when I knew like it was about to be contact. But before then, I was trying to get the hearing back in my ears.
Damn. Yeah, she cracks it with a wrench right before
yeah. Yep. It was insane. I felt like I was in a cartoon, but it was so much fun. It was so much fun.
You know, and speaking of you and Michin, you guys had some really like memorable moments with each other. And I was just looking at this again on Instagram last night, as a matter of fact. Did you ever see the video of the time? I don't know if you know where I'm going. You and her were a tag team. and you're reaching for a tag, and there's a brother behind you in the stands. Have you seen this, Shay? Brother behind, and he's just looking like, and then she smacks you on the backside, and you flip over, and as soon as she smacks you, homeboy just kind of.
Nobody checked on him either.
No, he could still be laying there. So I just thought that was just funny, just to see if you had noticed or you had ever seen that clip of my man just literally just falling out.
Yes, I have seen it. I see it to this day because I'm constantly being sent the video. I'm constantly so I see it, and it's funny because like the dude sent it to me too. Because I know. Oh yeah, like
you know him.
You feel me? It was funny, but I was like, hey, that's the Jada Parker effect. I don't care. Like I'm gonna go with it.
The JPE. You know.
Now you've gotten to be in a Rumble. Yeah. You know, you got to be in a Rumble. Me and TJ were in Indianapolis, bro.
We were second row.
We was right there.
Right behind Michael Cole.
Yeah, you see me.
You heard us cheering for you. I know you did.
So take us through.
I was doing the bop down the whole way down.
Take us through, first of all, being an up-and-coming superstar. Bro, you remember, you're back, bro.
Oh, so that's right.
Come on, man. You're still recovering from Indianapolis. So take us through getting the I guess the call of like, yeah, you get to be in the Rumble. You're going to be in the Rumble. We're putting you in the Rumble. And also a cool moment that happens in the Rumble. It's a two-parter between you, Bianca, Naomi, and Lash Legend. And for that to be on February 1st, it was a great moment, man.
You feel me?
Because Jade, I got to be honest with you. When O'Shea and I saw this starting to happen, and you guys formed a circle before Chelsea came in, and I'm sitting there screaming, "Not on Black History Month! We can't have no, not this month." Because it's just like it didn't seem like the right time for that to go down. And then luckily Chelsea came in, and
that was great. Yeah, take us through those moments for yourself.
Okay, so to answer your first part, they reached out to me. They let me know, and I was informed of being in the Rumble. And I tried to hold back all the tears that I had built up because it has not been an easy journey at all. There's days like where you question everything and you question yourself. And for me to get that reassurance, I told my mama, I was like, you can't tell me God ain't real. Like, you can't, because there's no way in hell that I can go through all these trials and tribulations and then still end up on top. That ain't nothing but God. So I cried. I called my mama, and I was just like, we gonna do this. And this is my chance to show the world, the WWE universe, in front of those fans, in front of millions of people tuning in, who the hell Jada Parker is. And that's exactly what I did. Now, to answer your second part, that moment, it was insane. It was insane because, I went in there, did my little stuff, hit my teardrop, had that moment with Lash, and then I turned and I'm like, oh, that's Bianca. And I was like, oh, that's Naomi. I was like, oh, okay. And I was just embracing that moment because a lot of people can't say that they've ever had that moment with them. And I always, especially other podcasts that I've done and interviews that I've done, I'm always praising them because they are the Black women that I look up to. I can't speak for everybody else, but like seeing them come up in this industry and how long they've been in this industry and everything, it's not only inspirational, but it's like, okay, I'm trying to make my idols become my rivals. And that's what I'm trying to do because iron can only sharpen iron at the end of the day. And that moment before Chelsea decided to primp her stuff and then walk in like that.
That's great.
And
bro.
I give her credit because she was very confident. But read the room. You feel me? You feel me? Like when I watched it back and I saw her do this, I said, "Oh hell no!" But it was an amazing moment. I just can't wait to get back in the ring with all of them. It's Chelsea.
Yeah, that was great. Now, speaking, you were talking about women that you look up to and admire. I'm gonna throw a name at you, and you tell me what she means to you. Serena Williams.
Legend. A legend. I've looked up to her since high school, since what I can remember. From seeing her do her little crip walk at the damn her little tennis matches, you know what I'm saying? To her being a role model for her daughters and her children. She is a definition of a true role model besides Bailey, But she is so inspirational to me that like I wouldn't know where I would be if I didn't decide to like adapt my mindset to the way her mindset was, if that makes sense. So she pushes me, even though she don't even know me, but I know her, and she's just an inspiration to me.
That's what's up. Man. Now, you're an excellent heel.
Thank
it's
you.
Hard to boo you, though.
I ain't never booing you.
I'm never booing Jay.
We came up with a few weeks ago that we both said, I don't care if Bianca Belair goes to my mom's house and assaults her. My first question be like, Mom, what you do to Bianca? Same thing with Miss Parker. Yeah, I ain't booing. I can't. Anything you sure that you might come here and slap O'Shea. I probably deserve it. I'm like you, but what you do to Miss Parker? Dog?
Listen, if you bad, we bad. Now, you do great heel work, but there's been a new heel in town, and I know your favorite Tupac song is "You Can't See Me."
Yeah.
John Cena going full evil villain. What are your thoughts on John Cena really going as hard as he is? I don't know if you got to look at what happened on Raw earlier.
Oh, I did.
Oh, man.
Because Jada, he said, quote, I'm not a heel, I'm a human being.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. If I really wanted to tweet, I see nothing wrong with what he's saying.
Man.
I see nothing wrong with it because everybody has been in that situation, and I understand where he's coming from. Like, people are ungrateful. You do one thing 1 minute, they praise you. You do the next, they boo you. So it's like, I'm not here to please you. I had a purpose before you had an opinion at the end of the day.
My goodness.
And if you don't like that, talk to your mama about it because I ain't got the time.
Absolutely. The time is now.
Hey.
By the way, you see how I knew the favorite Tupac song? That's research, baby.
That's what we do here.
Research,
I see that.
This is no contest, Jada. We don't do this for fun. I mean, we do it for fun, but we keeps it real. This is what we do. You got it. I mean, speaking of something else real, could you share with us the tattoo you have on your neck, the verse and what that means to you?
Oh, this one?
Yes, ma'am.
So Romans 12:19, it's I'm gonna just shorten it up for you. It's vengeance is mine because it's not mine, it's God's. And I have that on my neck because I'm not afraid to show that I'm protected by God always. You could try me, but I don't have to touch you. You got to deal with him at the end of the day. I would love to touch you. You know what I'm saying? All my anger out. That's like therapy to me. But I don't have to do it all the time. Like if it's not in the ring, I don't have to do it. I don't have to handle you. That's just with life in general. I don't have to worry about it because I'm protected with him 110%. So why would I fear anybody that like you don't put no fear in me because I know I'm protected by him at the end of the day.
I mean, if God's with her, who can be against her?
Hold on, you heard that? You let her anger out. That's that Aquarius shit right there, bro. That's that Aquarius shit right there. I'm telling you.
You did your research. Okay.
I'm telling you, dog.
We were just talking about Leos earlier, and now he wants to throw.
Trying to tell you, man. I know. I'll be knowing. Now
that sounds stalkerish a little bit.
Dog. My mama got me on that zodiac shit. I know. Now, you talked about how your brother got you into watching wrestling. But did you have a favorite? Did you have were you a weekly watcher? What was your fan intake?
If I could be honest, I never really watched it like that when I was younger because I didn't understand it at the time. And in my mindset, I didn't really know about wrestling because all I knew was soccer and softball and all that. So while everybody was watching that, I was watching my soccer games and film and all that. I knew about it when he started doing RKOs on me and I was like, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, trust me. When you know how many times I got thrown off the bunk bed trying to gorilla press all that. It's not fun. You know what I'm saying? But now I get to do it for a living. But recently now watching and getting into this business, I obviously have to do my research on people because I want to be just like them, if not better, because I see how far that they make it. Especially to me now, Rhea, Mercedes Moné, which is one that I've always kept my eye on since I've gotten into this business because she's iconic in herself. Naomi, of course, Bianca, but to throw it back, I love Jazz for EW. I love her. She is so physical.
Yeah.
So damn physical.
Very underrated.
Yeah.
Very. When I'm telling you, when I saw how aggressive she is, I said, oh, say less. You just opened the door for me. Now I need to bring that back because obviously they need a reminder of who Jada Parker is. So those are my top 6 for right now. if I name says.
Now, during your research of, the wrestling of the past, was there any moment that stuck out? We have a question that we like to do here at No Contest. Can you pinpoint a moment when, as a fan, wrestling broke your heart?
Wrestling broke my heart.
I know me personally, when Stone Cold Steve Austin teamed up with Vince McMahon and they backstabbed The Rock at WrestleMania 17, as a kid, I'm like, this is the dumbest thing in the world, man. Why do I do this to myself? So, like, is there any moment where you're like, dang, like they did such and such like that? A heartbreaking moment?
I can't speak on like older stuff because I didn't really follow those storylines like that, if that makes sense. But recently it was when Damage Control turned on Bailey.
Man, that was mean.
That one hurt because everybody's been in that position. And I was like, damn, why you do her like that? You know what I'm saying? And when Bailey came back and answered in their language, I was like, oh, y'all done messed up.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
that was a moment. That was a banger.
Right, but it still broke my heart at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because I was invested into that one. I was.
And they sure did stab Bailey. They was talking Japanese around.
And then I completely forgot about that. Her answering them back. Yeah. It was just like, oh, didn't know you were.
You didn't know I knew about grape juice.
All right, well, Miss Parker, you brought up some legends, some names from the past. So I'm going to jump ahead and I'm going to ask you this question. We got a time machine, right? Don't ask how I got it. It's just a lot of paperwork. Just know it's here. All right. So I'm going to put you in the time machine, Jaida Parker, and I'm going to let you travel to any point in time for you to pick 5 women that you get to main event WrestleMania with. 5 women that you think you could have a banger of a match with.
Okay. From
any point, like I said.
And there are 5 individual matches.
5 individual matches, yeah.
All right. So first, I'm going to get this big one out the way. China.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
A bull. I would say Jacqueline.
Mm-hmm.
I would do that one. Of course, Jazz, because I'm trying to see what type of dog she got in her,
That's aggressive.
Right. And then I'll take 2 from this. I'll say Iyo. Even though I know at the end of the day, like, she is a hell of a wrestler, but we fight when I get in there.
That's she go.
You feel me? And then probably the last one, Mercedes Moné.
Okay. Yeah.
Mercedes Moné.
Let me tell you something. I'm buying 5 tickets. I'm going to 5 main event. I'm gonna be the green shirt guy that sits there that nobody knows how. We don't even know how homeboy gets these seats and these tickets. What does he do? But Jaida Parker, I'm gonna be there, and you'll be like, oh, there's TJ again.
Love.
All right, now I think it's time for the situation.
Oh, baby, I can't wait for that.
Situation question. Now,
this has been our question there.
Yeah, this has been our question since the first episode. Shout out CM Punk. You're in a situation, you out with the girls.
Chilling,
big chilling.
Having good time.
Getting some mimosas, whatever it is y'all be doing.
Living life.
Yeah.
Like Miss Parker would do.
And y'all out and about, and it's 50 women in that place that don't want y'all in there.
They jealous.
I need you to pick a team of yourself and 4 other superstars to make sure that Miss Parker's getting to the car.
Oh, easy.
And this could be is crazy.
And Jada, this could be 4 superstars from any era. It doesn't just have to be today.
Yeah.
Because you still got the time machine. I'm gonna loan it to you.
All I need to know. So my first one, I would have to do Nikki from the Wyatt Six.
Okay.
I love that because she's crazy a little.
She wild.
Yeah. You feel me? But I like it. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
Wasn't she technically Sister Abigail now though?
I don't know. I don't know their names.
I don't even want to find out. I do, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? We could be friends though. Jade Cargill, of course. Love her.
Solid.
Right? Bianca, of course. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but we're gonna talk about it. and I would have to say Jazz.
Yeah, that's solid.
You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna want to be like, you can't come up in here? It's just
them's issues.
Wait a minute. Again, what's the look? I'm the doorman. Sorry, you can't get in here. Okay, come right in. Come right in.
I'm sorry for my outburst.
I have a feeling with the team of you, Nikki, Jay, Bianca, and Jazz, there's 50 women that are going to wish they stayed at home that night, is what it sounds like.
Most definitely. We're going to clear a path.
I like it.
Yeah.
Or as Booker T would say, I love it.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
Talk about what Booker T has meant to you. Booker's a good friend of mine. He's looked out for me, had me on his show. Keep trying to get me down to Houston, which kind of makes me nervous. Because why you keep trying to get me down?
Not from Houston, but I rap a lot. Yeah. Pack the gat a lot. The flame's about to drop.
So talk to us a little bit about Booker T and what Booker T has meant for you.
He's like that aunt at the cookout that you could always just sit down and talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to get up no more. You got cars, you got your drinks, you got your food. All you got to do is just talk to him. He has been someone I know that I can trust 110%, no matter if it's our backstages, our interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything that I can get critiqued on, I'll go to him 110% because I trust his word and I know that he's very genuine and he's not Booker T for no damn reason.
Yeah.
At the end, like I feel like people forget that. Like that man is a 5-time, 6-time.
6, yeah.
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 He's humble too because he's the only one who would cut off one of his championships.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then when I saw the story of like how he did it, I was like, hey, you know what? You just put it over even more. But he's like an inspiration and he's someone that I can really trust and he knows how to make me laugh. He knows how to calm me down and he knows Jada Parker, and that's all I could really ask for. And he accepts Jada Parker for who she is and he sees the potential that she has. And that's what I'm trying to reach for.
And Jada, what other teachers down in NXT do you kind of lean on or look to when you have questions or, you're not sure if something's going to work out? I heard you mention Norman Smiley at one point. Is there anyone else?
Of course, Norman, but I would be wrong if I didn't say all of them because all of them are here for a reason. I'm not trying to sit here and like sugarcoat nothing, but I will go to all of them if I have to. If there's any question, I think that if one isn't there, I know it can go to the next one, if that makes sense. So all of the coaches here are willing and able to coach and help you if you're willing and able to just shut up and listen. Because we got 2 eyes and 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. And that's how I see it. And all the coaches here just want to see us to succeed. And I'm just trying to see what they see at the end of the day in myself to be as successful as they want me to be and how successful I can be. So all of them, because I trust them. I really do. They're not legends for no reason.
Hey, and here's one thing you can do, and I'm sure you're going to blow him away if you bring this up. Next time you see Matt Bloom, ask him what it was like trying to block Dwayne Johnson when Pitt played Miami back in the day. I'm sure nobody's brought this up. I'm from Pittsburgh. Matt used to be a lineman for the Pitt Panthers before he got into the wrestling. So okay. I can specifically remember watching Pitt Miami one year. It was like 92 or 93 when they mentioned that Dwayne Johnson was Rocky Johnson's son. Yeah. And I was like, oh, bet. And so, yeah, there's a video of Matt and Rock going at it. Matt was a lineman, Rock was the DN. So maybe one day if you're just chilling, you can ask him about that. I'm sure he'll be like, wait, what?
I got you. He might look at me kind of funny, but I got you.
Now, I gotta know this. I've been starting to ask this a lot. You love the physicality. You told us about your Welcome to Wrestling moment. Is there a move of another superstar that you just hate taking? We had Roxanne Perez on here, and she talked about how Raquel's...
A few people mentioned Raquel's.
Yeah, Raquel's finisher. She don't really like taking that too much. Bianca talked about Riptide. So is there a move that you like, I'm gonna have to bite that bullet?
It used to be Lola's damn back fist. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like her hips don't lie. No, they don't, but neither do her fists. Like at all. You could be like, you just gonna have to eat that one. I can't lie. Love her, but that's gonna shut you up real quick. I did not like taking that, but it is what it is at this point. And then no, that's about it. I don't mind taking other things because like it really, my body's so callous to everything. It is what it is. But that one, I did not like it. Now, I don't care.
Speaking of moves, Jada, there's been a lot of talk online about your finisher.
Yeah.
If you didn't use your finisher, was there something else that you had in mind as a finisher before you decided on the hip check?
Not to be disrespectful, but if I were to use another one, then I wouldn't be Jada Parker because that Hypnotic is Jada Parker. So I understand people don't like it. They don't understand it. Well, you're not me. You're not going to understand it and you're not going to like it. But I promise you, if I sit your ass down right here and I run at you like I run at them, you're not going to get up. So they could talk all they want to. Oh, it's not this, it's not that. I pay attention to it. Do I have to listen to it? No, because it's just fuel to the fire. But my Hypnotic, it comes from soccer because if you really want to get hip checked in soccer, I will make you fly about 30 yards. If we being honest, having that type of momentum. But if people don't want to understand it or don't want to accept it, that's not my problem. That sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, that's a YP. You know, that's what we call that, a YP, a you problem.
Let me give you a quote for a situation like that.
What's up?
The bees don't waste time explaining to the flies why honey is better than shit.
Exactly. You said it better than I could. You said it better than I could. Thank you. Thank you. So it's okay. And no, I'm not going to change my finisher. I'm not. I might upgrade it, but I'm not going to change it. I can only go up from here. And there's so many people, oh, you need to get this, you need to get that. Well, I think you need to mind your damn business unless you want to get hit with that by yourself. But you know what I'm saying? Like, to each their own.
It's
and if I'm
mean, man.
I don't think it's mean. It's just like
it's real.
What works
She's real.
for me. Like, if it don't work for you, that is not my problem.
Right?
And you say you pay attention. Can I give a little bit of advice? Don't pay attention, because he and I are on a crusade against the internet wrestling community. Right. There's a lot of noise there, and most of it's not worth hearing. So
it's not.
I would be like, if you want some real feedback, come to me and O'Shea, because we ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm not gonna lie.
To be honest with you, I'm a little too afraid of you to lie at this point. So I'm just saying.
It's not. To piggyback off of what you're saying, I'm not like sitting here and be like, oh my gosh, they're saying this. I'm like, oh, bet. Oh, y'all want to say this? Bet. Okay, say less. That's why when I come out in my entrance, like, I hear y'all talking. I hear all of y'all talking. I don't have to listen to it, but I hear you. There's a difference between hearing and listening. And if y'all don't know that difference, that's between you and God. At the end of the day, like, that's not my problem. But I hear y'all talking, and it's nothing but fuel to the fire. I'm not the type to be like, oh, you're hurting my feelings. There's nothing more to hurt. Y'all already did that. So it's okay.
They hurt your feelings? Oh, hold up. Who hurt your feelings?
No, I'm saying people.
You can't do that to Jada Parker.
I'm saying, send us the name.
No.
Jada, here's what you do.
Talking about people in general. I've been talked to like I'm not a human being, outside of this in general. There ain't nothing someone could do to me. I'll be like, oh my gosh, you really hurt my feelings. I'm gonna look at you and be like, okay, and
yeah.
Here's what you do, Jada. You write their name down on a Post-it note. You give it to Greg Domino. He'll get it to me.
Domino.
O'Shea and I will take care of whoever's been doing it because we ain't with it.
Greg Domino's a fake name, bro. I don't care, dude. That's not his name.
You're gonna get off Greg. You're gonna get off of Greg. I know
I'm telling you, that name not real, bro. I know he in witness protection.
That's my man.
Man, you got anything else?
I think, we got the bar fight. We got what broke her heart. We got her WrestleMania main eventers. We got chirping back at these mouth breathing neck beard fans who want to try to say that the Hipnotic ain't what it is when we know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Now, since you are here on No Contest, you are welcome anytime, Jaden. Especially when they put some gold on you. We need to see that.
But see, that's the thing, though. We didn't need for her to get gold to want her on the show. You know what I mean? Because the gold's coming.
Oh yeah. Well, I've never been sure of none in my life.
Let me tell you something. It is definitely on its way for you, and you're just getting started, right? So you have, I would say, decades ahead of you to hone your craft and just become that household name. So, we usually sometimes would be like, what matches of yours would you want to be in the Hall of Fame? But I don't even think matter of fact, you haven't had your best matches yet. Your best match is going to come down the line when you're competing for championships. But if someone not familiar with Jaida Parker, is there like 2 matches that I could say to somebody, oh, you don't know homegirl? These are the 2 matches you got to watch just so you can understand who she is. Are there 2 that you have off the top of your head?
Yes. My first one, of course, is with my first championship title match against Roxanne Perez. Mm-hmm. That she brought the dog out of me. She really did. And for her to be that size, she got short woman syndrome, so it's okay. That's fine. But that match really, I gained so much respect for her. And so I gained a lot of respect for her because I understand why she was champion. And that was one of my matches where I was like, I put everything on the line. And that made the mark for Jada Parker. Like that's just the starting point. And the second match would have to be my first street match with Michin.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm like? That one really I feel like it put my name on the map because there are a lot of questions about me. No one really knew who I was at the time. I'm still, like you said, a newcomer and everything, but that one really, it was like that stepping stool to my next one. And I have to thank Michin for that, most definitely with all my heart, because that match, I understood the business, if that makes sense. Like that match made me understand it a lot.
And another quick question, like your ring gear, where did the inspiration for that come from? Was there something that you had in mind? Was it a character or something that made you choose the gear that you do? Or is it just, by chance?
So I'm really into fashion. I love designing new things. And I have an unorthodox type of mind, if that makes sense, when it comes to stuff like that. But I got my inspo from FloJo.
Yeah, of course.
Legendary Florence Griffith Joyner.
You feel me? Yes. So I got it from her, but I was like, what can I do to make it me? And I always say, like, people say, oh, I'm dripping in gold, I'm dripping in this. Nah, like, I'm just dripping in general to make it be like, oh, who is that? Like, I got it. And that drip is just like everything who I was and everything. It's like layers and layers. And when that drip is finally done, you're going to see exactly who Jada Parker is. So that's just where I kind of got it from. I'm just trying to think of different things, how to make it work, because I'm not trying to be like everybody else. And the more I can do that, the more Jada Parker will shine.
Well, you ain't trying to be like everybody else because there ain't a whole lot of people like you.
Yeah, man, you can't be nobody else. Everybody else is taken. Jada Parker, we love who we see. We love what you bring on Tuesdays. Can't wait to see you on other days when you get called up. But you are always welcome here on the No Contest Wrestling Podcast. Ma'am. Much power to you. If you weren't already fans, I'm sure you guys are fans of her now. Your stardom is there, and much blessings to you.
Yes, ma'am.
So much. Are y'all gonna be at Stand and Deliver in Las Vegas? Or
listen, I am in Vegas waiting for y'all.
Okay, so I'm gonna need y'all to understand and put the word out there. NXT gonna be in Vegas for Stand and Deliver, and they're on Tuesday as well for the NXT episode. So y'all don't want to miss it.
Oh man, am I really gonna stay in Vegas till Wednesday?
Well, I got a day job, so I got to come home. But
I'm an actor. I'll just zoom.
Yeah, you'll just zoom in.
Yeah. You good?
I'm good.
But make sure y'all there because you don't want to miss it at all.
Yeah, we're gonna be in Vegas at some point in the weekend.
I ain't never been in Vegas for a week straight. That might be bad.
That'll hurt your soul. I spent 3 weeks in Vegas for work once. Nah, man, your soul. You really can feel your soul leave in your body. It's like it's too long.
They should burn that city to the
ground. but not until WrestleMania is over.
Thank you so much, Jada.
Appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much. It was nice to meet you guys.
Yes, ma'am. God bless and all the best.
Wait.
Yeah.
I forgot the most important question.
Oh.
So how we do?
How did y'all do?
How did we do?
Yeah. We're trying to
y'all were so nice. Y'all listen, y'all had your research. I was very surprised about the Aquarius thing. Like
I'm nice
and the fact that you knew my dog's name, like, okay, we gonna
thank you.
Understand. Respect. TJ, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
Y'all did amazing.
Thank you.
Let me know. We could run it back anytime. I'm with it.
Hey, Greg Domino, you heard that?
Yeah, Greg, you heard that. Don't be playing with us, Greg.
I heard.
Thank you so much, Jada.
Thank you so much. I'm going to see y'all later.
Man, thank you so much, Jada Parker, for everything that you do, especially for your pals over here at the No Contest Wrestling Podcast. We got to go to Vegas now.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Like, I might walk. I'm going to start today.
You'll get there by April the 19th.
But yeah, dudes. We got 2 guests.
We do.
You thought I was going to say goodbye?
Nah.
Come on, TJ.
Come on now. We talked to you about Queen of the Ring, so it's only right that we bring to you the star. Well, O'Shea, last week we had writer-director of Queen of the Ring join us, Ash Advilton. So it only felt right that we get the star, the woman who brought Mildred Burke to life on the big screen, and we had her join us. So, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Emily Bett Rickards here live on No Contest
Welcome to the
Wrestling.
No Contest Pod.
Oh, he's throwing it up. Like, hey, raise
What an
it up.
entrance.
Thanks for joining us.
Great introduction.
Was it great? I mean, I feel like I probably didn't do you justice, to be honest with you.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we'll let the people decide.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Emily, for joining us. It's a true pleasure. You know, O'Shea and I, we did go to the LA premiere here at the Grove, and you were phenomenal. You really were.
Thank you. It was it's an honor to bring her story to the masses, because I didn't know her story when I started, and that excited me. So I'm happy she's out there, you know?
Absolutely. What exactly drew you, you know, obviously besides how cool she is, but what drew you to the script and to the role, you would say?
Well, like I said, I didn't know who she was. I felt like that was a disservice. I felt like after I read a little bit of her story, I got online and just devoured pretty much as I could about her. And there were all these photos of her from this era when to be in front of a camera was much more rare than it is now. So as an actor, that makes you very lucky. You know, you kind of treasure every shot. But it also, you know, was a story I think worth telling. And it's cool when you have like a hindsight almost to somebody's life in a sense, and what an amazing thing that impact can have years later. And all of that emotions, you know, tied up into wanting to tell her story. I just love the fact that she had this dream that was kind of based out of nowhere. She had no wrestling experience as a woman, wasn't even allowed at the shows, and was like, I want to do that. And then just, you know, took it as far as she could.
So speaking of wrestling experience, you weren't a wrestling fan before this, correct?
No.
So
I didn't have any wrestling knowledge. Just nothing.
You knew nothing about the world of pro wrestling at all?
Zero. I knew less than zero. Like, someone was like, wrestling? I'm like, I don't have any input in this conversation. I should leave now. I feel like I should talk about it, you know?
Stephen Amell didn't give you a little, you never got caught up watching wrestling with him? Because I know he's a big fan.
Nothing. It's highway robbery, I feel like, you know? I feel
Absolutely.
like I should have really been listening all those years we worked together. But that's exactly what I mean, though, is he would talk about wrestling sometimes on set, and I would just be I'd be reading a book. I should have been listening. You know?
Think about that. Now, you know, when Ash was here, I said to him, watching you on the big screen, you were mesmerizing as Mildred. And it was like every time you were on the screen, it was hard to, you know, take your eyes off. O'Shea and I were wondering, like, what kind of training regimen did you go through? Because physically, you know, you had to do, how many did we say? 15, 16 bicep shots.
Oh, yes.
And every time it was more impressive than the next one. So could you let us know, like, how your wrestling routine and then your physical makeup, how did you get those pipes? Because you were up there looking like Miss Olympia.
I mean, Mildred looked like that. She even had more than the amount of time I had to kind of put things on. But, you know, it was a team of people. I couldn't have done it without my friend Thomas Taylor, who's a trainer, as well as Dr. Diego Bottizelli, who designed the sort of nutrition program. And a lot of that was high protein, higher carb than I was eating, no cardio, and a set amount of exercises that would work a different part of the body every day. And another really important part about those sort of exercises with weights was, you know, you have the set, and in that set you have the reps, and then in between those reps you have the rest time. And then depending on the rep or what muscle you're working, it would sort of be an eccentric build. So it would be like slow on a squat down and fast on the way up. And that helps break down the muscle. And the goal was to get as big as possible for camera in such a short period of time to sort of honor this woman who had been putting on muscle in an era when it wasn't cool. Wasn't cool, especially for women. Like, no women were doing it. And she was just, I mean, she was so jacked, you know? I would look at pictures of her and be like, okay, there we go. And I keep saying, you know, you always have these goals. I feel like she had like pictures around you, and Michael B. Jordan was in Creed. And I remember watching him like so fit, and I was like, that's my body goal. So I was like Mildred and Michael B. Jordan, and here we go.
Ash said you were doing curls on set off camera. Is that true?
Yeah, but that wasn't really to build muscle. That was so that when we got to camera, it's a cheat, right?
You
It
gotta
brings all the
activate
blood
'em a
to the
little
muscle and it looks bigger. So if I'm letting you behind the curtain, that's why I had a wheelbarrow of weights that followed me around and chicken breast. Like that was
Weights and chicken breast.
Right, exactly. Okay, so during all this, obviously you got in the ring, you had to learn some techniques. What we like to ask all the wrestlers that we have on this show, and I feel like you definitely have the background now to answer this question.
Okay.
What was your welcome to wrestling moment? A moment, a bump in the ring that you took, or something where it let you know, like, this is the ride I'm in for.
Yeah, I definitely have that. I 100% know what that is. So when I arrived in Louisville, we were training at OVW with Al Snow and Dougie Basham. They were our main wrestling trainers. Yeah, wow, like legends. And we were towards the end of the first day of rehearsal, and they were letting me throw a couple of the OVW wrestlers around, like just kind of like getting a chance to lift somebody up, nothing too crazy yet. And the day was kind of coming to an end, and Al was giving me, some advice and some direction. And he's like, and now, like, if you want to slam somebody and give them a bump, like, you have to take one. And I was like, okay, that sounds right. So Al Snow gave me a heavy-handed bump, and I landed on the mat, and my face was just like everything. Everything came into clear view what the next, few months were going to be like. And so from day one, I would say that was my introduction to wrestling, and a fast introduction. Yeah.
Yeah, those bumps ain't no joke.
Dude, I could just imagine that your first one,
right?
And it's Al Snow.
Especially when you don't, when you know a little bit about wrestling, I feel like you can mentally somewhat prepare, like you have to fall. If you watch enough wrestling, you know what the mat's made of. You know it's just wood and a little piece of mat. But you having no, understanding or really being a wrestling fan, it must have really sent shockwaves through your body.
I think I was just so game, like a wrestler whose passion is wrestling going in there, you're so game. And as an actor, when your passion is to find this person, like anything was valid, and nothing could come fast enough. And I think there's definitely a patience to the art of acting, and like a softness and letting a person and a soul kind of embody with yours. But to be able to do that for Mildred, a lot of it was having the muscle on my body to find her and knowing what she went through. So I was just so hungry to learn as much as possible in such a short period of time.
Talk to us a little bit about, being able to share the ring with AEW's Tony Storm, Camille, also with Mickie James as the Fabulous Moolah. What was your experience with them, working with them in the ring?
Well, the only reason the wrestling looks so good is because of them. I mean, they're total pros. They're guiding me when it looks like they're not in the lead. They're in the lead. Camille is just a powerhouse. She's so
Brick House.
So good.
I mean, she's so aptly named, right? Brick House. Like,
so good. So good. And she just always, I don't know, it's like she didn't even know me and she just believed in me in a sense. She came in and she's like, you got this, and like whispering in my ear as we're doing stuff and totally leading the whole way. And Tony was the same. Tony's and I's one match was we rehearsed it and she's helping me along. And then we shot that match in the middle of the night, through the night for the whole shoot day. And it was really taxing and difficult, but it, because of her is why, it just looks so good. It looks like stardom in a sense. Like she just really makes it look good. Even though her character was like, make it look good to me. Like she's the one really making it look amazing.
Now, Emily, you come from the world of Arrow. And,
yes, I do.
And we know that comic book nerds like us, they're a very particular rabid fan base. And now you've stepped into the wrestling world where our fans are, and he and I can say this, our fans are a little special. And I don't know if I mean that in a good way. It might not be a good special, but wrestling fans are special. So, like, any differences, similarities you found between, the comic fans and the wrestling fans?
I think that if you're really into something and passionate about something, you should definitely have a voice about it. You should definitely have opinions about it. because that's how you, I think, grow and also protect your community. But what I love about wrestling and what I love about the best parts of communities like that is welcoming everybody in. I think that that's a hard thing to keep, especially when there's so many opinions out there. But I really do think that you have a validity to be opinionated about something that you're passionate about. But the trick is to stay open, I guess. And we've been really well received. You know, every wrestler that I met and worked with was not only so giving with their time and advice, but also their story of what led them to wrestling. So my experience with the wrestling community has been so hands-on and so welcoming and really incredible. I don't think this story and Mildred's story would be where it's at without the support of the wrestling community behind it.
Absolutely
Did I
not.
answer your question? I went around. They think I got it.
It's all right. That's wrestling.
That's wrestling, indeed.
Life is wrestling. But so
Yeah.
I have a 7-year-old daughter. Hi to my baby girl Jordan. And
Hi, Jordan.
every now and then, you know, while I'm watching wrestling, I'll see her, you know, she'll stop what she's doing and she gets locked in. It was a match between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre in Hell in a Cell recently, and she calls it, "Daddy, can we watch the match where they bleed?" So that's what she calls it. And so she's starting to get her appreciation of wrestling. I know through this project, you have a new appreciation of wrestling, but actor to actor, I know that when you do certain roles where you're playing someone and you kind of have to take in a lot of that person's personality, and you know you go through the ringer of trying to find out who they are. What will you take away from Mildred that you'll add to Emily, and what was something that you both shared that you probably feel a little bit more after playing her?
You know, I think there's kind of two separate parts to kind of this film in her, because I feel like she gave me a lot of information on sort of strength and longevity and nutrition, which was really just to find out who she was, but that was kind of the process to get there. I think a lot of that knowledge will only expand the rest of my life. So she's probably a direct force in helping me live longer, you know, eating healthier, working out more or smarter and that kind of thing. So I'll thank her when I'm in my 80s. And then also I'll be, you know, I think it's so important for everyone, but women especially, to put on muscle that you have in your 20s, 30s, 40s, no matter how old you are, because that's what helps you walk around in your 80s. Like it's a crazy concept that just seems to hit now after playing her. And then also she was this person that, you know, everybody was telling her no. Society was telling her no, direct people around her were telling her no, kind of things were impossible, right? And she almost, like a wrestler, just took that as a pivot, like an improviser, right? Like it's not no, it's yes and, or it's, okay, that hurt, but what's next? And how do I keep maneuvering? And so I feel like when I have self-doubt, she comes into my head and was like, okay, just find another way, you know, kind of get back up the mat or pivot, or it hurts her voice, you know, now. And I really appreciate that, because no one's immune to self-doubt, not even Mildred. You know?
No doubt.
Emily, we were talking to Ash about this. You're starring in the #1 sports movie of 2025. It's the best sports movie out right now.
Right.
Make sure everybody goes sees Queen of the Ring. Emily, you've been amazing. You were amazing as Millie, and you were amazing on the No Contest Wrestling podcast. Thank you for your time.
We appreciate what you
Thank
did.
you for having me.
Yeah. What's next for you, Emily? By the way, where can we see you next?
Yes, I'm kind of waiting on that next character, to be honest. There's a couple of things floating around.
Me too.
So maybe you and I need to get together and talk about these characters.
Figure it out.
Well, we appreciate it.
It's a privilege, you know, to be able to act. So I'm just kind of wondering who I get to meet next.
Well, you've got fans in the two of us. We're looking forward to seeing whatever comes up next for you. Thank you so much, Emily, for joining us.
Thank you, bro. Thanks for having me.
And that does it. Our first Monday episode of NCW. We thank you guys for your time on this Monday. We're glad we could start your work week off the right way.
No
you know,
doubt.
everybody hates Mondays. We're trying to make you like it a little bit more.
That's what's
with
up.
No Contest Wrestling Podcast. Now, TJ,
Yes, sir.
we done got done talking to Jada Parker.
Yes.
We talked to the amazing Emily Bett Rickards.
So
Can you please tell the people where they can find us?
Of course, man. Well, you know, on social media, you can find us on Twitter, X, at There's No Contest. You can find us on Instagram at No Contest Wrestling Podcast. You can also find him at O'Shea Jackson Jr., me at TJ Jefferson on Instagram. And you can find all of our videos of all of our guests on the Rich Eisen Show YouTube page. Just type in that or type in No Contest Wrestling. All of it will pop up.
Did I say thank you to Jada Parker? We'll
Thank
see you guys next Monday here, wherever you listen to us
Or watch us.
or watch us. Okay, bye.